Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So, in between recordings, I've done a little prep work. I'm sure you've noticed our pumpkin has grown significantly in between episodes. And there's this new addition near the forge area. After thinking about it for a while, oh, and I have pie. It's pretty neat. I had to do a little bit of research and prep work before this episode. I think I want to move the forge out here and have my kitchen kind of extended into this area. But to do that, I really want to get this set up for a windmill. So to start things off, I do have all of the roof pieces, and I think I have enough cobblestone. But we need to rip up all of this. And we may or may not fill in the charcoal pit, but for now, we're just going to leave it. But I want to get into some more advanced cooking today. And in order to do that, I'm going to need more space. Because I did do a little bit of testing off camera, as you can see by the pies. I went ahead and made some clay ovens. But this doesn't look very nice. So I think I'm going to move the kitchen out here. And maybe wall in all of this while I'm at it. Which may very well entail getting rid of this wallpaper, but you know what? It was nice while it lasted. It is the 4th of August. The sun is setting. So let's cover some other things I did in between episodes. I went and hunted down some of those bears that have been causing me so much problems. I believe it was 3 of them. One of them is hanging out near our hunting area over here. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but my upstairs neighbors has a very healthy child running around, so apologies. But there was also another one hanging out next to this clay deposit, kind of in between these 2 clay deposits. And there was another one sort of vulturing around all our copper deposits. So one of them is being turned into a rug, maybe armor in the future. The other 2 are up here being turned into leather, which actually, yeah, they're done. So we're going to go ahead and scrape that. Diluted borax is pretty easy to make, so I think I'm going to turn all of this into weak tannin for now. Then I think we're going to take a nap. And oh, I should probably lay these out. Just like that. Then they'll be front and center when we're ready to continue our quest for more inventory space for me to pollute with things I don't need. Let's put the dirt away. 6 a.m. Okay. So for starters, we should frame out where we want the windmill to go. All right. It doesn't look like much now, but it will. Let's fill in the floor. No, I think I will save some cobble, because I am going to put walls in. I think I can save some cobble by putting packed dirt there instead. Rammed earth, rather. And now we need to make a decision on whether or not this is going to be insulated. It probably doesn't need to be, because even in the wintertime, if I'm out in the forge area, chances are something warm is going on. See, I might just leave this open. And actually, now that I'm really looking at it, I should put that up at the peak. Crossways like this. Yeah, that looks decent. And then maybe we'll even vent the top. I think that looks pretty good. Now what to do with this side? I think this looks pretty good for a forge area. I haven't decided if I'm going to leave this side open. I probably don't need to, honestly. Probably leave that just the way it is. How am I going to do this kitchen? Yeah, so I think how I want to do the fire pit is... What is underneath that? I have barrels underneath that. I'm trying to decide how I want to do the chimney for the kitchen. So now for the chiseling. I don't want to put it off too much because I kind of want to see what it's all going to look like together. So we're going to grab our hammer, our chisel, and then our hammer, which is somewhere. Where's my tongs? Where did I set my hammer down? Oh, it's in my inventory. Have a slice of pie and get started. This is done. And now the hard part, figuring out where to put our clay ovens. Yeah. I think that looks pretty good. This oven is a bit gargantuan, but what I need it to do as far as 4 pots at a time goes, this is kind of just how it's got to be. So. I think that'll work. Yeah, 3 tables here. As well as some shelves, I think. Oh yeah. We do all of our pie making right here. And then just shuffle it into the ovens as we need it. I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do for where to put the wood pile. It is starting to get a little cramped in here. Maybe I will move all of these elsewhere. Say, right there. And put this torch holder on the wall right there. And then I can pile up wood. Right there. And maybe even some peat. Yeah, that'll do nicely, I think. So let's seal off the forge area. Alright then, so this whole space should be insulated once the store's closed. Alright. I'm pretty pleased with that. Oh wow. It just finished curing. Ain't that something? Yeah, I think we might make ourselves some bear armor really quick. Or should I leave it? No, there'll be plenty of time to get more bears. Let's make some armor. And I think it's bones in all 4 corners. Pelt in the middle. And then ropes to tie it all together. Or maybe it's... How did that go again? Oh, it's 2 bones. So 2 bones in all the corners. Rope and a hide makes armor. It's only protection tier 1, so it's not going to save us from getting mauled by a bear, because most bears are damage tier 2. However, it is better than tier 0. So, and for the head, just 2 bones, a rope, and the head. We'll go set these down back outside. Alright. Well, I'm pretty pleased with how this all worked out. This chest will eventually get sorted, so it's not full of, well, that stuff. Might even end up putting some crates over here and this storage vessel in lieu of these chests, and move the chests in here. But that's for another time. All right, let's go to bed. Take a nap. Well, we tried. We only got 3 pumpkins to show for it, but that's okay. And would you look at that? The first cabbage crop is finished growing. .300 saturation per. So it's good till 95 degrees. And cold resistant until 23. I'm not sure how hot it's going to get here in the summertime, but I think that's going to be a spring crop. So we're going to go ahead and toss these into storage. As well as putting these down in the cellar. But that'll make a very hefty meal at some point. We will be making a pumpkin pie. I think you only need 2 pumpkins to make a pie out of it. I could be wrong on that. Maybe it's 4, but either way, we're definitely making a pumpkin pie. Maybe sometime in the far future we'll have a real big pumpkin patch and we'll dedicate several months to babying the growth of a ton of pumpkins, but outside of dedicated farmer roles on servers, I don't really see the need for stuff like that. Although, it did kind of look nice just right here. I might plant one again. Who knows? Alright, so we got our new forge. We got our new kitchen. That's half the mission accomplished for the day. I think the other thing I wanted to do was showcase how to make pies. So I'm going to grind all this up. Oh wait, I already prepared for this. I already made 48 spelt flour. So I guess we'll put this back. Actually, probably just stash it in here for now. I also have some charred pies stored up here. Alright then. So what we're going to do, grab a bucket, and we'll go upstairs and grab our other bucket. And you kind of just put it in your inventory, shift click. Until it's full. And we'll leave these back in their respective spots. So now that we have 48 spelt dough, we will go and grab our blueberries, and we can kind of pre-make them while we're waiting. I think this is probably the most efficient way to do it. So we'll grab, well, I have to use so while all of these are heating up, we'll make our pies. Now, I say you need 4 per, but it's really just 2 if you want an open top, but you get better satiety if you use 4. So, we'll just toss 8 in there, cover it up, and then you can put them in your inventory, and you can see it extends the life of those blueberries a little bit. So if they're almost spoiled, you get your shells ready, and then you put them in there right away, and it won't spoil as you're preparing the pies. And these are all done. And then while we're going here, I'm just gonna quickly make up the rest of them. You gotta make sure the lattice is the same, otherwise they won't stack. So I'll just keep that in mind. And you can use pretty much any filler you want. Vegetables, you can make a cabbage pie. I'm not sure why you would do that, but Any berries, meat, it doesn't matter. They will all cook up. I think I'm gonna burn the first 2 runs. Actually, I need some more firewood. So we're gonna turn some of this larch into firewood. You could do 3 runs baked, or 2 runs burnt. Burnt pies last a little longer. And by a little longer, I mean a lot longer. So you'll kind of watch them and see they've turned charred. Put 3 more in there, we'll char those. Once they're out of the oven, you just turn them into slices. And I'm not actually sure if they last longer as slices or as whole pies. I guess we can do that side-by-side comparison. But you can watch them rise. It's a neat little attention to detail they've added to the game, watching it rise in the oven. Yeah, so this is good for 12 days. And this... Oh, yeah. So it doesn't really matter, is what it's looking like. These will be arranged from 25, 39, 42. Yeah, so take from the top, basically. And we should be good on food until about fall, maybe. So our forge is complete. Our kitchen is complete, I think, more or less. We made some pies. And I think that's about it for today, fellas. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you learned anything. If you'd like to see something else. I'm trying to make these videos a little shorter. The holidays are ending, and it's getting more and more of a pain to edit hour-long videos or 45-minute long videos. Not only recording them, because every video up until now has been about 6 hours, or 4 to 6 hours of footage. And I just don't think I can do that anymore. It's either that or I slow down my posting schedule to like once every 2 or 3 weeks, which I know some people do. Pretty pleased with the progress we've made so far. I think in between episodes, I'm going to work on the iron that I gathered, getting those blooms made and processed, and I might even turn a lot of those into wedges for my quarrying, because this wall is not going to build itself. So, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.